Hello everybody, welcome to this new episode of the Bestiary of Terebia, and today I will talk to you about the Sealady. So what is a Sealady? As you can see here, it's like a manta fish, but very big. For example, you have 10 or 50 meters between each part of the Sealady, so it's a very big fish. It's considered as a natural, so an animal. Its strength number is 13, so it's pretty inoffensive, except if you are a little fish. And the advice for the shepherds is watch their light. For the Puritans, it's a bit different. I think you understood that the Puritans and the shepherds have small differences in their ideology. So for them it's still natural, it's still inoffensive, but their purity scale is of 5%. I will talk to that later. And the advice is harpoon them. So here you have the purity scale of the Puritans, so 5% is very low. And here is the position on the triangle of Wolfric. So here you have the localization of the Sealadies in Terebia. So it is in all the Middle Sea. In fact, it's all the position in which the Sealadies have been sold, but possibly you can find them a little bit in the south and in the east. For the population around that point, the Sealadies are very important, and this for two reasons. The first is that when they are near a reef, they will light. In fact, they can feel the difference of pressure due to the presence of an object, a big object, so it can also be a boat, for example, a big boat. And so if you are at night, it will help you to know if there is or not an object under on the water. So if you are a captain, it's pretty useful. And then also because it's they light in blue. In blue if they are near an object, and then when they are excited, so when they have found a big group of little fish, they will have a light in red. So if you want to fish, and if you see red points on the water, you know that it can be a good idea to go in that point. For the first light, so the blue, it's at the origin of a legend. An old legend say that one day a very big ship hurt a reef, and all the sailors died in the accident. Their wives on the earth died of sadness a little time later, and then became the first Sealadies to avoid other wives to lose their husband in the sea, and to show the right way to the other boats. But that legend will be a problem for the Sealadies a bit later. I will talk to you about that. So you can see here the Sealadies. So in blue, if the light is blue, it will be light the white part on the picture, and the red the dark part. And if all the parts are linked, the Sealadies became beautiful because it's completely luminous, and sometimes some of the sailors call them the sea butterfly because of that. And the sailors also make little objects, so in metal or in wood. So generally it's not a good quality, but it represents the points of a Sealady on different objects, and it's used to bring to be lucky, in fact, just to be lucky. Then, to use their light with with precision, you have some objects you have to have some object on your boat. So the eye of Mustal al-Karib, so you put it under the water, and because of that, it's a sphere of metal with mirror in it, and because of that you can know the exact position of the closest CID and know exactly when it's light. It's very important for the next of the operation. You also have to have a grid of Nova Star crest color, so you see through it. And for example, if you have a Sealady in the top, for example, that will, it's depending on the side of the grid, but possibly it wants to say that it is at 20 and 100 meters or 200 meters, but if it is at the beginning, it will be 5 or 10 meters. So it helps to know the distance between you and the fish. And all of that is for the formula of Safial Diataljaria, excuse me. So it helps to know the complete length or CL. So it's the true distance between you and the other object. So for that you have to know in fact, 3 information: the length, so it's the L on the paper, V is the velocity, and N is the number of CIDs. Because you can see here, for if you have for example 2 CIDs in the length, the message is for example take 1 second, but if there were 3 CIDs, it will be 0.9 seconds. In fact, you put in addition 0.1 second by a creature. But sometimes you can't. If you have a grid, you can know the distance between you and the manta. But if you don't have one, you can use this. You can use that picture. So with the height, the angle, and the diagonal length, you can calculate an estimation of the length. So I'm not very good in mathematics, sorry, but if you are good in it, you could possibly know that, understand that. And you have here the formula of Safial Diataljaria, which give you the exact the estimation more of the distance between you and the object. But despite of that, the sealadies are hunted in Terebia by I won't say bad people, because there are pretense in it, and you can be agree with their ideology or not. So we have here, you have 3 categories of people: the wreckers, the Keklia Rabu sellers, and the pretend. So I will start with the wreckers. So what want a wreckers? A wreckers want, for example, that during the night a boat crash on the reef, and so you can steal objects on it. But there is in a lot of points of Serbia lighthouse. So imagine you are a wrecker and you destroy the lighthouse. So it's dark on the sea, but you have sealadies in the sea, and so your victim stays safe. To avoid that, so you will hunt the sealadies. It was a specialty of the Doizo Mau group So it was a crew of workers. Here you have their flag, and their story is a bit sad because they all died by hurting a reef in the night. But despite of that, a lot of other crew continued to hunt the Sealadies, even if it's forbidden, of course. Then the Kekarabou sellers. The Kekarabou is a drug made with wine, ergot, Sealady poison, poppy milk, and sugar. So why do you add Sealady luminous thread? It's because it's a proof that it's really Sealady poison. Because some of dealers use poison of snakes or other fish, but it's less good. But that drug is very dangerous. In fact, it can kill you in a very short time, and it's illegal in the principal countries in Terebia, and even in the smallest, it's completely illegal. But it's very expensive, so you have somebody who will hunt the Sealadies for that. And now the relation of the scarecrow. So I think that you understand that the Puritans and the shepherds have a small difference in their ideology. So for the shepherds, the Sealadies are protected for 3 reasons. The first, it's because they are helpful, so they can save lives, so it's protected. And the second, it's due to the legend. By some population, Sealadies are considered to be gods, and so, as you know, for the shepherds, the different religions are different language that they are gods, so they'll be found to talk to other culture. So kill a Sealady will be an heretic act. And finally, the last reason is that they allow them to get against the Puritans. In fact, it helps in some region to have a clear distinction between them and the Puritans. And for the Puritans, so as you understand, the Puritans are less open-minded as the shepherds, and so they won't tolerate that they don't tolerate the other religion, and so they kill the Sealadies because of the legends, because the legends talks about reincarnation, and the Puritans don't trust in it, and also because they are considered by God for gods or sacred spirits by some population, and so the Puritans can't accept that. So it's all you have to know about the Sealadies. I hope you enjoy that video. For the next episode, you can choose between the darkfly, the trolls, or the shadows. So back to the next episode.